Hello and welcome back. My name is Alyssa and this is Into the Heartwild. This is part 2 of my 60 plus book haul from January till now. And so if you haven't watched part 1 yet, I'll link it in the description below. I think I can do that. And you guys can go and check that one out, but you don't have to watch it to watch this one. So yeah, but anyways, this is going to be a combination of both ebooks as well as physical books. So with that said, let's just jump right into this. We're going to start with the ebooks like we did last time, and I will put up a little picture of them right here, and if I have anything to say about them, I will. Okay, so in March, I went on this little, I want to try reading more romance books, because in the last video, you guys saw that I had gotten Monroe by Kresley Cole from the Immortals After Dark series, book 18. I read all 18. I love that series, but I was like, okay, let me see if I can find something else that gives me similar vibes. Let me expand my reading. I know what to expect in romance books and everything. So I did go through and I grabbed a bunch. Pretty much all of these were free. So they're either novellas or it's the first in a series. So, and I have read a few of them. So let's go ahead and start. We'll start with the first one. The Warlord Wants Forever by Kresley Cole. book 0.5 in the Immortals After Dark series. It's essentially the very first one. It was the only one that I realized I did not own, because I own all the others physically except for Monroe, because I haven't bought that one yet, but I do own it digitally. So I had to get this one, plus me and my best friend are doing like a massive reread of it. So I had to get it. So I have read it twice. After that, we have Heart of Stone. I read this. There was no romance in it. I don't know. The cover makes you think there's gonna be like this gargoyle thing. The description even says like, oh, it's a gargoyle romance. There was none. I was not happy. The Tarot Witches Complete Collection. Tarot Witches Romance. I was like, hey, why not? Let's give it a shot. Haven't read it yet. Then we have Night Seduction, which I have read. I mildly enjoyed it, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna check out the rest of it, because it's like the prequel novella. I don't think you should read it before like book 4 personally, because there's like major spoilers in the epilogue according to how I feel. What I consider to be spoilers. So I was a little miffed about that. But overall it was decent. It was interesting. It had me wanting to read the next one. So I of course ended up getting Knight's Redemption, which I DNF'd. If you guys want, and to put it simply, the girl had no purpose other than to be a sexual object for the man, and that's not a good romance story in my personal opinion. So yeah. my road to finding more romance books is not going so well. After that, we have the Guardian Angels box set. It's 2 books. I think it's 1 and 2 in the series. Haven't gotten to it yet. Long Ago and Far Away. Heart of Fire. God of the Sun. Gods Immortals. It's like 8 books by different authors all put together. They're probably all like first in a series or something. I think that's what it is. Or it's all like short stories or something, or it's just like a giant compendium. I don't know. It's like 8 stories. I don't know. It was free. And then we have Peace for Poseidon, because apparently someone did a romance series based around all of the different Greek gods, and I was like, let's give it a shot. I haven't started it yet though. I'm a little hesitant after like my first 3 other ones that I have attempted have not gone over well. So those are all of the romance ones that I picked up. If you guys know of any romance ones and you want to recommend them, you're more than welcome to do so. I am trying. So after that, the rest of these are all just going to be fantasy, or I think there's even a few sci-fi ones. So we have one's called Magic, Archangel Down, Prophecy, The Eye of the Gods. I think that's one of those like sci-fi ones that does have like a romance element to it, possibly. Maybe, I don't know. Blood, Sweat, and Broken Vessels. I just thought the cover was really pretty. Echoes of Chaos, Whispers of Ruin. I know those are part of the same series. Then we have Nights, Witches, and Murder, Wolf Eater, and The Dead Squire. So that is all of the ebooks that I picked up. Most of them are based on the fact that I just kind of like liked the way the cover looked, or because I was attempting to broaden my reading horizons, which isn't going well. So now we will go ahead and dive into the physical books. There is actually more manga than there is novels, I guess you would say, because I was able to go back to buying a bunch of manga and getting caught up on manga series and stuff. There's still a few that I got to get caught up on, but you know, if you guys are interested in that, stick around and see what manga I picked up. So I will have all the manga done at the end. So first I'm going to go through just the regular other novel books. I don't know what you want to call it. Anyways, first up we have Galatea by Madeline Miller, and it's a short story. I've read it. Look, is that not the cutest? Like, I thought my copy of The Tale of the Tailor and the Three Dead Kings was small and cute. This is smaller. This is smaller. And it's so adorable. The story inside, amazing. It's like 20, how many pages is this little guy? 50? It's like 50 pages. 50 pages. And this was like the reissued little special edition thing that they did. And I love it. Next up, I actually have a children's book that I backed on Kickstarter. I forgot what that place was called. And it is called The Moon's Daughter. If you have read The Little Prince, it has Little Prince vibes, but it's still its own unique little story because I have gone through, I've read it. I mainly got it because I fell in love with the art. I'm a sucker for art, okay, you guys? Like, you guys really don't even know. Like, if there's one thing I can appreciate is art. But it is technically considered a children's book. I don't buy children's books often, but there was just something about this where I was like, I want this in my life. So now I have it. And then on my journey to try and find another romance series, I found this one, Pestilence by Laura Thalassa, The Four Horsemen. It's a 4-book series. It's about the 4 horsemen coming and each of them finding a lady to fall in love with. And my brain is like, that sounds interesting. How do they make that work? So yeah, I did kind of go on I'm trusting the internet when they say that this one is worth it because I bought it physically. So yeah, haven't gotten around to reading it yet because I'm supposed to buddy read it with my best friend. So we will see. Hopefully this one will not disappoint like the other 3 have that I've tried. Then we have Memories of Blood and Shadow by Ernest Jones. The author so kindly sent this to me, so I will hopefully be getting to it very soon here. I do have it on my list I have a personal challenge of reading 20 books over 500 pages, and this guy meets that qualification. So hopefully with me putting it on that list, it'll get me reading it much faster, but also because the author did send me a copy. So yeah, hoping to, and I do believe it was entered in the SPFBO 8 this year. So kind of also makes me want to read it more. Then we have The House with the Golden Door by Elodie Harper. This is book 2 in the Wolf Den trilogy. It's another Greek-based historical fiction fantasy that I kind of classify it as. I still haven't read the first book yet because it took me forever to find it in hardcover. But yeah, but now I have book 2, so yeah. Have you guys has anyone read this series yet? Is it good? Then we've got Electra by Jennifer Saint. While another Greek mythology historical fiction fantasy thing, this is the UK edition because I really like the Greek vibes. Look at the end paper. I don't think there's anything under it. No, there isn't. It's just green. There's a spine. The thing I like about the spine is that if you have Ariadne and you have the UK version, the spines have the exact same style. And so while I wasn't blown away by Ariadne, I did give it like a 3 stars. Like it was good. I wasn't blown away with it though. I'm going to go in with more more average hopes for this story, and maybe then it will blow me away, because unfortunately Ariadne kept being compared to Circe, and I think that kind of did a disservice to the book because it unfortunately was not on that same level of Circe, in my opinion. But I do like the fact that it's a story about Electra, one of the other ladies throughout Greek mythology that you don't always hear too often about. So that's also what really geared me towards picking it up. Plus, you know, writers, as they continue writing and going, they start to get better. It changes, and, you know, sometimes one book is better than the other. So we'll see if Electra ends up being like a great one for me. Then we have the embroidered book by Kate Hartfield. It's the Goldsboro edition. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I don't like that. I don't like the sprayed edges on this book. I really don't. I don't know why, but I don't. But what I do like about this book is that, which I think if you guys saw my favorite, my least favorite ones, I believe I showed that off about how I wish the book had just been that and not the actual dust jacket. And I believe the back has, yeah, the back has the other one because there's 2 different silhouettes. So yeah, the embroidered book. Now we're going to get into the manga. So if you're not interested in that, I guess this is where you guys can stop watching. But if you are interested, keep watching. First we have Witches, the Complete Collection by Daisuke Igarashi. It looked interesting. I like stories about witches. It's the full series. All those things sold me on it. So I was like, let's go ahead and grab it because I have not read this one yet. Run on Your New Legs, Volume 1. As we can see, he's got a prosthetic leg. I believe he was a soccer star. Something happens, loses his leg. He gets the prosthetic in return, and now he's learning life all over again. I am a sucker for sports mangas, so when I saw this on the shelf, I was like, I want to read that. It looks good. Then we have Volume 4 of Fist of the North Star. This is a much older classic manga that Viz Media is doing these special hardbacks for, and I like the series. While it does have like its issues here and there, it is old. Keep that in mind. It is a much older series. I do just in general enjoy it. It has those Mad Max vibes, which I still have not gotten around to seeing Mad Max yet, but it has those vibes because I remember the trailer. There you go. And then my sister bought me A Man and His Cat Volume 5. I have read 1 through 4. I do own them as well. I still haven't read this one yet, but this is the cutest. I am a sucker. I have realized I am a sucker for manga that have cats in them, and it's probably because I'm allergic to cats and I can't own a cat myself, so I have to live vicariously through characters in mangas who have cats. It's not fair. But this volume 5, this one is adorable. If you want an adorable, sweet, touching that will also rip your heart out and leave you crying, Man and His Cat is the perfect one to pick up because that's what it does. I actually just got this one, I think like a week or two ago. Kamen Rider, the 50th anniversary edition. Seven Seas has been doing these classic, has started this like classic manga line, and I am here for it, okay? This is the second one from the series, from their little classic line that I have picked up because I also have Lupin the third. But Kamen Rider, you know, your Power Rangers. If it wasn't for Kamen Rider, Super Sentai wouldn't exist, which then Power Rangers would not exist. So this guy right here, it's all thanks to Kamen Rider that we were able to have Power Rangers. So it is one that I have always wanted to read, but it was never brought out here. So when Seven Seas did this huge, it's like almost 900 pages edition, I had to get my hands on it. So definitely looking forward to diving into this one. And then last but not least, and this one I have been waiting since last year to get a hold of because I've been waiting for the reprints. Dorohedoro Volume 23. It actually showed up a month early, which I was super excited about. I love this manga by Kyu Hashira. I love this manga so much. If you want the weird, the trippy, the funny, it is a little grotesque at times. Demons and magic and just, I mean, the main character has a crocodile head and a person like living in his mouth. Like, it's amazing. I love it. But I now have all 23 volumes because it is a completed series. I've got them all now. This was the only one that I've been trying to find for so long, and then it finally came in and I just about died. So I'm actually going to be doing a reread of it soon so I can just read it all in one big go. But yes, definitely check out Dorohedoro if you want to check out manga and you like the more darker, creepier, like I said, grotesque kind of things. The art is very messy. I want to try and like show you guys a page, but I also don't want to like freak any of you out. So if you don't do well with grotesqueness, maybe don't take a look real quick. Let's see. I'm trying to find a page that's not so bad to give you guys kind of a feel. So that's kind of the feel. So I hope any of you who has issues with grotesqueness stuff, you turned away. But yeah, just, it's wild, it's crazy, it's an adventure, but it's so good. So that is the rest of the book hauls yeah, that's a good sentence. That is the rest of the books that I have gotten since January. So we won't be having another book haul for a while though, but there you go. So if there's anything in this video that you guys have read or you're interested in, drop a comment, let me know. If you have questions, you're more than welcome to also ask those too. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.